If it was you operating, it'd be this side.
It would be both sides because I'm ambidextrous. Is that the word? Eating on the job, huh?
Welcome.
If I wanted to die, I'd eat that. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's cold. Smells good. Does it make you feel better? I'm ready, but I have no idea what we're doing. I need the Swede. Where's the Swede?
We're just out here getting it done.
Do you need to seek medical attention?
I think so.
I might lose my temper. That's a prostate.
You'll find out.
Forward! That didn't take much.
Larson?
You never know what we're gonna get into, right, Dougal? Ah! You're in the rhubarb! I'm having fun. It's a great day to be alive, Brody.
It's a great day.
You know what I'm thankful for? That I didn't go golfing with you last night.
Nothing was wrong with golfing.
It's what happened after golf that I'm glad I wasn't involved in. You want another one?
No.
So, today we are cleaning up this corn planter because even though we got like, I would say 5 to 9 inches of water, depending the cloud you were under, an area you were at, it's too late to be planting corn now. We winterized this thing yesterday, and now I got to put all the screens in that we took out when we were having all that trouble, and never again would I do that. That was a bad decision, but now they're cleaned up and we're going to put them back in. It's like you had it in the mud.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, just a couple times. So, every one of the row units has something that looks like this, and it won't come up any higher than that, so I don't know if you can even see it. But in here is an orifice that kept plugging on us. It also holds a screen that looks like this, and our idea was because it was just goopy stuff that was plugging the filters up, that we were hoping that it would go through the orifice. And I would say it kind of did, but it still caused a lot of trouble with the orifice plugging. So I don't know if I would suggest doing that ever, because the filter is there for a reason. But anyways, we're going to put them back in for next year, and hopefully we don't ever have a contamination issue like that ever again. And life will just be pleasurable. Anytime we work on the planters after a season, try to look over all the hoses, everything, make sure there's no rubbing or damage. If there is that we see now, we'll write in the book, so then when we're servicing it in the winter, we know, well, this was an issue, we seen it. Just trying to be aware. Maybe it would get missed come wintertime, not fresh in our minds. Alright, I got all my filters in. I didn't really see anything wrong, which is always a good thing. Now there's water on the inside of my glasses. Okay, I think I'm going to start pressure washing. I don't mind pressure washing, like the job, I really don't mind it, but I hate washing planters. I'll wash anything. I'll wash a tractor, I'll wash a combine, but planters are just so meticulous. Kind of like washing a sprayer. Just so many angles, and you think you do a good job, and then you look at the other side and it's like, oh, how'd I miss that? But it's part of it, needs to be done so that it makes maintenance a lot easier. Eating on the job, huh?
Welcome.
If I wanted to die, I'd eat that. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
It smells good. Does it make you feel better? Okay, I think we're done. Besides, you say we need to fold it up and do something in the hinge point area. Other than that, it's gone pretty good. Pretty much besides his snack breaks and water breaks, pretty much both of us been washing on this the whole time. We washed a lot of mud off of this, and I noticed that the right side was worse than the left. Would you have?
That would be because I go right side out.
You wing the mud, don't you?
Yep. If it was you operating, it'd be this side.
It would be both sides because I'm ambidextrous. Is that the word? Well, I
You
can't do it
it's
with.
like you can bat left-handed too.
No, I'm absolutely horrible
Can
at
you
all
throw
sports. Either hand, terrible, terrible. But I can go around the field left side out. So we got lots of mud on the cement. Lots. Only 2 more of these to do, Brody. Oh yeah, he wasn't lying. There's a lot more areas here to be washed. For the most part, cleaned up pretty good. Starting to rust a bit. 2008, I believe this model is. I think. Ooh, there's some mud. That exposed some mud. The blast back in this area is just absolutely horrid. Worse yet would be forgetting to put those in and then the mice get in there. But that would be very bad. Would you look at that? Got the big diggers unhooked. Yeah. And now the, oh man, it didn't take long, did it? No. Well, we're gonna grease and we're gonna maybe hook up another planter and do some washing, so hurry up.
This guy takes forever here. He said he's putting in his earplugs so that I don't have to talk to him.
Yes? May I help you?
He was just talking smack again, naturally. Easy there. Don't point it at me.
What'd you get so dirty for?
This ain't the right tool to get mud off with.
No, I need the other end too.
So now, this week we're trying to focus on, since we can't really, well, we are going to probably do some spraying. Maybe even this afternoon after 6 to 7 inches of rain. So it's going to be a mud fest, but Eric's got 1 field left to do. And then we're done with corn, and then edible beans, which need it in the worst way. Unfortunately, the ground conditions are really holding us back on that, but when the weeds are getting out of control, what are you gonna do but go rotten? So, now's the fun greaser up after we are done washing. Push all the, well, you can get water in there, and well, really all the hinge points, and it's just best to, you know, get it all full of grease, so then next spring or winter when we're trying to work on it, it's just loaded with grease. Yep. Yep. And I always think to myself, why did we grease this? But then you get to this stage and it's like, well, we have to. Oh, look at that.
What happened?
It pooped out a big pile on the ground. So there is a few zerks that it has to be unfolded for to be able to grease. Was this the last fold of the year, Brody?
I don't know. likes giving me crap for not washing very good.
Oh,
So we gotta show him.
Really? Are you kidding me? Wow, I missed that? That is terrible. That is horrible. I'll admit I failed, and I was even really working that area because this was all oil. That is bad. So that brings us to unhooking the bean planter, hooking the bean planter tractor up to the other corn planter, that's the Deere high-speed planter, because the tractor that pulls that planter is on a sprayer, and we don't want to not have a sprayer ready to go, since he might go out with it today, if not today, probably tomorrow, and you know how these projects get going and get left. So anyways, we're gonna unhook this. We are not going to wash this one up yet because I'm terribly afraid that we may be replanting some soybeans. It might be July by the time we do that, but it'll be one of them deals to that. The spots that have drowned it out or that are going to drown out are so massive that weed control and just to try to get something out of them, like we probably have 100 acres in 2 fields that are going to be drowned out. Can't take 6-7 inches of water. So I don't know if we go in there with the earliest bean we possibly can and just put them out there, weed control, and yeah, we'll see. We won't be expecting much yield, that's for sure. Okay, so there's the planter we're coming for. What our goal is here, which is why we're kind of doing this, is I want that planter washed up, greased up, and I want it parked sitting where the floater is. And then my hope is when the bean planter is done, we can park that one in front of that one, which will take up about the space to about where this concrete's at. And then from about here, that way will all be spring stuff. We'll probably be backing the NT planter we just washed and cleaned up where this quad track is, and that'll leave a lot of open space for harvest equipment and just to get the quads in under shed before it turns to 90 degrees. I wish it was 90 degrees because our corn needs it for being the middle of June. It was nicer when we were planting than it has been this whole month, temperature wise. Plug everything in. Okay, we've got everything hooked up besides the generator. We shouldn't need that. Now the thing I do know I really struggled with hooking the other tractor up to this was we have to reassign the hydraulics because we are a little different than most. I think most people run their raise lower hydraulic on number 1, and we run our raise lower hydraulic on number 5 in this machine, number 6 in the 9RX, because it's the end one. 5 or whichever, 5 or 6. 5 is the end one, so then your hand just finds the end of the console, works pretty good. And then 4 would be the markers. But I don't think you can even fold it without assigning which function is which. And then I'm sure the layouts aren't the same. We gotta do some work. It's not just plug and play. It is once you have the tractor set up with the machine. Okay, scratch that, it's plugged and it's playing. For some reason that I don't know why I had such a struggle with the other planter tractor. But it's working, so I'm not gonna ask questions. Dad said, you think it needs to be washed? Yeah, Dad, I think it needs to be washed. If you don't remember those few nights you were planting in the rain for, you know, that extra round or 2 that you should just shut down for. But they finished the field, so I won't complain. didn't buy fire hose for this job, and I thought that this stuff would be really good, but it isn't. If you got a fire hose, don't use this hose. I don't know if it's not rated for the PSI. It should be, but it always gets really wide. Cut off about 6 feet earlier today, and now I heard it tearing again. There's like, I don't know what to call it, little fibers inside this, like cloth fibers, and I could hear them breaking when they were right by my ear, and I thought that would be nice. 50-degree water sprayed down your back and down your everything. But it sure makes quick work of getting the mass amounts of dirt off of the quad traction, the frame, and everywhere. Well, it's the next day. We're still washing equipment, spraying yards, doing yard maintenance, and apparently it's still too wet. I finally get to use my new Yankum ropes. I got a new 2.5 inch with some 2.5 inch shackles. I got a pickup sized rope. This is actually Brody's, and a side-by-side rope, which now we need to use on a lawnmower. So let's go see it. And if you guys have any interest in Yankum rope, go to the link in the description. They're the best kinetic energy, also made in the USA, that money can buy. So go check them out. I believe there's a discount code in there, down there too. So let's go pull Jordan out, my big tractor unit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That thing got all-wheel drive?
I don't think we'll even try it. I thought for the video's sake we would try the lawnmower, but it looks very wet here.
From all the water washing yesterday.
Is this where our outlet is? Our outlet's over there.
What didn't go down the drain came right here.
I got the call. Bring the Yankum rope. The new mower is stuck. Where do we hook?
We went fucking. If you run with me, you got to understand that you're holding on to a dangerous hand. If I want it, would you still want me? Ooh, say I want it. Do you still want me?
Okay, we're back in the sprayer. It's about a week after it rained, 5 inches or so, depending on where you are. We got one more cornfield to go do. It's a field of mine. It's actually one that I bought this past year, so first time farming it. And it's, I'm thinking, going to be somewhat muddy. Some of the areas of the fields, like the very top of the hills, are graying off, so we might see some dust out there, but I think there's also going to be some standing water. But I have got to spray it. The corn is getting close to canopying, closing up between the rows. It's a good afternoon for it. 88 acres or so is all I got to do, and then we'll head back to the farm. Also, the video that came out following my birthday, there was a ton of happy birthday wishes in the comments from you guys, so thank you very much for that. 30 years has been treating me well so far, but we're just barely into it. I hope my field doesn't look like this. Cattails and water. Decided I'd take the scenic route. Actually, this place up here and a half mile is where my mom grew up, and used to be the site of the family farm many decades ago, but it is now kind of turned into more of a wet area, and trying to build a farm on this road would have been trouble, so it did get moved to a better location. A lot of history here. Yeah, that I remember that house growing up. Come out here to Grandma and Grandpa's and they'd pay me $1 per gardener snake that I'd killed. I don't think I ever got bit by a snake, but I did make some money. I think Grandpa was a little surprised when I came back with 20 snakes, and he's like, oh, I actually got to pay you for this. But it did work out. I made a little money. I don't know, I was 5-10 years old. Well, we're out giving her. Corn's pretty tall. Not much room between the rows, but it is kind of the perfect time to spray right before it does close up. So I'm glad we're getting to it. It is kicking up dust. I went over a hilltop there, but we did find mud too. Yeah, and there's relatively minimal weeds in most spots. There you can see a little green in between the rows and mud. I spot sprayed earlier this year with a dicamba product and it worked great. It's kind of struggling to stay in the rows. That was a little muddy there. It worked great, but I maybe should have just sprayed the whole field. I still think I would have came back and re-sprayed again because there is so much weed pressure in this farm. But I'm glad we're getting to it now to clean this up right before it canopies and hopefully manage the weeds just fine. This spot, when I was doing fall tillage, I remember being quite wet. Yeah. She's flinging mud. Getting mud on the corn leaves. I have not added any tile to this farm. Like I said, I just got it. It's got old concrete tile. That will be a project down the road. Well, that is the downside of spraying in wet conditions, is the water and the mud just knocks the corn right over. There's my giant ragweed. That is thick. Yeah, look at that big. I'm glad I'm out here, I'll say that. Definitely should have raised the boom up for that. You guys are distracting me. I think I'll be out here with the hoe or the shovel, cleaning up the escapees. We'll see how it does. Giant ragweed grows quite tall, so there will be no mistaking any of the weeds that slip through. We'll get her under control though.
Well, I've been spraying. It's been a hodgepodge. We've been all over the place today. But he finished that, we greased it. It's time to go unhook that and unhook the 9RX and get back to where we started the video at. Oh my. We got to move a lot more than just the 9R. We got a Terriator and a quad. Machinery shuffle again. Bring her back, Brody. Okay, DB, NT, put everything back in and unhook them. Yeah, right there. That'll be good. Okay, the hanger's in. I'm not sure that's supposed to look like that, but I think we're sitting it where we want it. Okay, I think this is gonna work out pretty good. Last winter we had all three planters sitting side by side, which just made an awkward space. It worked, but what I'm hoping now is the other DB will sit right here, and then we will have all of this for deeper driving storage. We got 2 more quads coming in. Gonna park in front of that one, and then we'll have some miscellaneous space for whatever else we find. But it's supposed to get super hot at the end of this week, and trying to get stuff washed up, parked away, serviced. It's got to do it at some point, and that's this week. So Jordan and Eric went through these. They rinsed them off and blew air filters out, greased them, checked oils, made sure they're ready for this fall. So they're getting parked away, ready to be hooked up if we need them throughout the summer, but mostly they're summer service is what we call it. Man, he's catching me. He's catching me. Except I don't like that. That's excellent news. Maybe this one needs an alternator now. I just put one on last fall. Maybe just got wet from washing. Five feet. 3 feet. Wow! Well, there we go. That's gonna be a wrap. We got some stuff rearranged in here to work on. The crash truck is actually back. Well, it's not crash truck. Deer damage truck is back from the body shop. Now we're gonna be doing some work to it. They fixed this. We have to get the light bracket and put a new bumper on, but that's easy for us to do and save insurance a little bit of money. Or, yeah, I don't really know how that all works, but anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.